Hello, Jay Mitchell here from 410WX with a look at your weekend and work week ahead. Hope you've had a good one. We've deserved this week after what happened last Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Just look at these numbers here for last Thursday. Really nice weather, 80, 65 to give perspective. If you remember last week, it was 97, 76. Yeah, we do need more rain, however. We're almost 5 inches in the hole again. And as you can see here, although July was very abundant, the most abundant of any month this year in terms of our rainfall, almost 2.5 inches above average, we're still in the hole and we haven't had much rain to start off the month of August. So we do need more in that department. Has this helped in terms of our situation with the drought? No. Especially now in just West Central Maryland. I mean, goodness gracious. Frederick and Carroll counties, you were just starting to make progress last week, and now all that's pretty much taken away now. Yeah, that's not good for you. However, Kent County, Queen Anne's County, Charles County, I got some good news for you. You've made positive progress. Charles County, you've got out of the moderate drought for the time being. Kent and Queen Anne's, you're out of the index entirely for now. However, we do need more rain, especially out in West Central Maryland, because it's just bad out there. Scorching to start off July. However, we've cooled off a little bit, but we all know what happened late last week, early this past weekend with the heat and the storms. We'll discuss the storms aspect in a moment. To start off August, it's been relatively cool, a little bit of a good ways below average, and Thursday was no exception. Good night to open the windows Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Just comfortable temperatures most places around, except in urban areas for the most part. And to give perspective, Ocean City's high was 80 degrees this past Thursday. Their morning low last Thursday was 80 degrees. Yes, a vast improvement indeed. Relatively quiet weekend on tap. We do have a much more tame and a much more pleasant weekend in terms of both non-precipitation and non-super hot, sticky, mucky, and humid, okay? We have that to at least look forward to. However, Monday we could have another chance at storms. We'll discuss that in a moment. However, we do need to talk about the severe weather from last Friday and last Saturday because it needs to be documented, to say the least. Almost 50 wind damage reports last Friday. Metro Baltimore got absolutely hammered by storms. Just look at this. As I play the loop, you can just see the storms roll through. Southern Maryland, you were probably thinking, you didn't get much, even though the metro areas of Baltimore got wind damage, trees down, power outages. You summoned it on Saturday. You really summoned the powers of Mother Nature on Saturday because you got the bad end of the stick this time around. 108 reports across the state, 79 wind damage reports, 28 wind gust reports, 1 significant wind report. Southern Dorchester County had 80-mile-per-hour winds. There was warnings in Baltimore County for 70-mile-per-hour winds on Friday night, and then Saturday afternoon, Anne Arundel County had warnings for 80-mile-per-hour winds. To give the perspective here, the baseline is 60-mile-per-hour winds for a severe thunderstorm warning. Watch how the storms over Southern Maryland really just stayed over the same areas over and over again, and especially into the Delmarva, Somerset County, Smith Island. It just stayed over the same places over and over again. We are lucky we didn't really get too much major flooding out of this because this is the effect that we like to call training. Heavy rain showers go over the same areas over and over again, can occur for hours at a time, and in some locations, in this instance, almost nonstop moderate to heavy rain for up to 2 hours. Just think about that. We dodged a big bullet in that department. And it, as I said last week, it was just a crappy cornucopia of weather. Next Weathermaker. This is going to be a Monday type of deal. Here's a Euro. Has a storm from Friday when you're seeing this recording moving out. And then it has the low to the north clipping us for the Monday ordeal. However, I'm in more agreement with the GFS here. The GFS has a more solidified line of storms forming and could be a little bit problematic. Maybe not as much as last weekend was. However, we do have concern on that end. Okay, there's the storms forming right now. There it is, pushing, and it rolls through. A little bit of a chance for Tuesday here. Maybe. I'm giving it about 30%. It may linger around. Just a little bit of a chance. And then we have a good midweek stretch before we got to worry about another system later on next week. Anyways, enjoy the weekend. Really nice weather. Weather aware day for Monday because of the storms potential. And it's going to be abundance of heat and humidity probably. That could really lead to some strong storms, maybe a few severe storms if the conditions are just right. Good midweek stretch. And then we got to worry about storms next week. DC suburbs, Southern Maryland. Here's your forecast. Basically the same thing, just a little bit warmer. Urban areas of Western Maryland, pretty solid. A little bit cooler for Tuesday and Wednesday. Really nice conditions there. Far Western Maryland takes a dip into the 50s on Wednesday morning. A little bit notable thing to analyze there. Eastern Shore, pretty solid weather once we get through this patch in between some not so pleasant weather patterns that we may have to deal with. Ignore the 40% for Thursday. That was a little typo that I had there. I think Thursday we get through just fine. It's just Friday and the weekend is going to be a little uncertain. Be safe. Be weather aware. Keep your eyes to the sky, especially on Monday. Enjoy this weekend. We have earned it. I'm Jay Mitchell from 4-0 WX.